This lesson goes over how to convert between systems of measurements. So basically, you can be given a measurement in the SI system and you want to convert it to the imperial or vice versa. So this just kind of reviews what we've learned so far. So we converted within the imperial system, and so these were the conversion factors that we had used. We also converted within the SI system, and so these were some of the conversion factors that we used. Well, now basically we are converting from imperial to metric or metric to imperial, and so now these are the ones that we're going to basically be looking at. So important ones to know is like 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. A mile is equal to 1.61 kilometers. Now, again, on the conversion sheet that you will find in the Google Classroom, or if your teacher gives you a copy, you will have these conversion factors with you along the way. So let's get started and do a few examples. To convert, as always, we are going to set up a proportion, and then you're going to solve that proportion. So this first one, it says we have 2,456 miles that we want to convert to kilometers. So when you look at your conversion factors, you need to find the one that is miles and kilometers. That's the last one that's here. So we've got 1 mile is equal to 1.61 kilometers. Always start by writing out your conversion factor because that's the start of your proportion. Now we're given 2,456 miles, so we need to write that under the miles. And it's kilometers we want to find. That's our unknown, so we put X under the kilometers. Now we could cross multiply. Remember that cross multiplication is how we're going to solve our proportion. So X times 1 is X. And 2,456 times 1.61 is equal to 3,954.16 kilometers. So that's your answer. The next example is converting meters to feet. So we have a look at our conversion factors. Meters to feet is the third one here in the list. So let's start by writing that out. 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. They are giving us 8.4 meters, so we write that under the meters, and it's the number of feet that we want to find. So again, we cross multiply. X times 1 is X, and 8.4 times 3.28 gives me 27.552 feet. Now you could round that to 27.6 feet because the 5 here increases the previous 5 to a 6. Next example is meters to yards. So let's find the one that we want to use. Meters to yards is right here. 1 meter is equal to 1.09 yards. They are giving us 215 meters, so we write that under the meters, and we want to find out how many yards that is. Cross multiply. X times 1 is X. And 215 times 1.09 is 234.35 yards. Just like that. So we'll keep going. We've got 3 more examples. 25 inches to centimeters. So inches and centimeters, we look here, and it is the second one. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. They are giving us 25 inches, so we put that under the inches, and we want to know how many centimeters that is. Cross multiply, X times 1 is X, and 25 times 2.54 is 63.5 centimeters. So far, the 4 examples that I've done have all been the same. When you cross multiply, we multiplied, but there was no need to divide. Now you'll see in the next 2 examples that we'll have to do 1 extra step to solve for our variable. So feet to meters. Meters and feet is the third one here, so start with that one. 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. Now the difference in this question is they're giving us 92 feet. They're not giving us meters. So we need to put 92 feet underneath your feet. Keep it on the same level or on the same side. And we want to know how many meters that is. Now if I cross multiply, I get x times 3.28, so that's 3.28x equal to 92 times 1 is 92. Now I still haven't solved for x, so I got to do that one extra step, and I got to divide both sides by 3.28. Then it gives me what my x is. So 92 divided by 3.28 gives me 28 meters, and this would be your answer. All right, the last one is set up the same way. It's just miles and kilometers, so it's the last one that we want. 1 mile is equal to 1.61 kilometers. They're giving us the kilometers, so it's 172 kilometers, and we need to write it again underneath the kilometers. And it's the miles we want to find, so we put x under the miles. And when you cross multiply, x times 1.61 is 1.61x, and 1 times 172 is 172. Now you need to divide both sides by 1.61 to solve for x, and that gives us 172 divided by 1.61 is 106.8 miles. And there's your answer. So again, I advise that you always set up a proportion. This way it's easy to know, to follow the steps and know whether you need to divide or multiply to find your answer. So that's how you convert from one system to the next. So now you can go ahead and do your practice.